morning students. Today we are going to learn new lesson. The lesson name is heat. In this lesson we are going to discuss about temperature and measurement of temperature, effect of heat and transfer of heat. Okay, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy. Okay, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy. What is energy? Energy is a capacity to do work. What is heat? Heat is a form of energy. What is energy? Energy is a capacity to do work. Okay, during summer we feel very hot. In winter season we feel very cold. Okay, then how do we decide which object is hotter than other? எப்படி நம்ம decide பண்ணுவோம்? Cold coffee, it is cold. Pizza, it is hot or warm. Now ice cream, you have ice cream, it is cold. Spoon dipped in a hot water, it becomes hot. So how do we decide which object is hot or which object is cold? We use the sense to touch the object and tell them people which is hot and which is cold. Okay, our sense of touch, then only we said this is hot and this is cold. Okay, so our sense of touch is a reliable method to measure the temperature? No, it is not a reliable method to measuring temperature. For example, take 3 beaker. Okay, one is beaker A and another one is beaker B and another one is beaker C. One is filled with a warm water and another one is filled with a cold water. And the beaker C is filled with normal water. Take 3 beaker, beaker A is filled with warm water and B is filled with cold water and C is filled with normal water. Okay, now you dip your right hand in the warm water. Okay, now you dip your right hand in the warm water. You dip your left hand in the cold water. Okay, take 3 beaker, one is filled with warm water and another one is filled with cold water and beaker C is filled with normal water. First you dip the right hand in your warm water. Okay, right hand, first you dip the right hand in warm water and your left hand in the cold water. Okay, next you remove the both the hand and dip in the beaker C. Okay, then you remove the both the hand and dip in the beaker C. First you dip the right hand, you feel very warm. Okay, because the water is warm. You feel the left hand in the cold water, you feel cold because the water is cool. Okay, so you feel cold. Now you remove the both the hand and dip into the beaker C. Now the hand which was in beaker A feels warm. The hand which was in the beaker C, now it feels very cold. Okay, in a hot water la நம்ம dip பண்ணிட்டு திரும்பி normal water la dip பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணுவோம், நம்ம என்ன ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம், நம்ம வந்து கோல்டா கூலிங்கா ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம். நம்ம அதுக்கு அப்புறம் கோல்ட் வாட்டர்ல ஹேண்ட் டிப் பண்ண ஹேண்ட் லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட நம்ம திரும்பி நார்மல் வாட்டர்ல டிப் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம், நம்ம வந்து ஹாட்டா ஃபீல் பண்ணுவோம். So our sense of touch is a not reliable method. Okay, our sense of touch is a not reliable method to measure the object having hot and cold. Okay, so our sense of touch is a not reliable method. This is an example for this. Okay, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy and energy is a capacity to do work. And then how do we decide which object is hotter than other? You touch and tell them people this is hot and this is cold. For example, you have a ice cream, you feel it is cold. Okay, but the sense of touch is not a reliable method. That there is an example for this. Okay, can you clearly understand, students? Okay, already I said that the touch is not reliable method for measuring hot and cold object. Then next we use the temperature which is used to measure the hotness and coldness of our body. What is temperature? Temperature is a measuring the degree of hotness and coldness of our body. What is temperature? Temperature is used to measure the degree of hotness and coldness of our body. Degree of hotness and coldness of our body. What is temperature? Temperature is the degree of hotness and coldness of a body. Temperature is used to measure the degree of hotness. I already said the touch is not reliable method. So, the quantity of temperature is used to measure how this object is cold and how this object is hot. Okay, and the temperature, different units used for measuring temperature. Different units. One is Kelvin and another one is Celsius and another one is Fahrenheit. These are the three different units used to measure temperature. First Celsius scale. First we are going to see Celsius scale. Celsius scale is invented by Andreas Celsius. So, it is called Celsius scale. It is denoted by degree Celsius. According to the Celsius scale, the temperature of an object indicated by degree Celsius. Okay. So, it is called Celsius scale. It is invented by Andreas Celsius. Okay. Three different units, one is Celsius and another one is Kelvin and another one is Fahrenheit. Okay. The lowest fixed point of the water freeze sea level at 0 degree Celsius. The water freeze, that is freezing point of the water is 0 degree Celsius, and the boiling point of the water is 100 degree Celsius. Okay. The Celsius scale is, this is the Celsius scale. The Celsius scale is invented by Andreas Celsius. The freezing point of this scale is 0 degree Celsius, and the water boiling point of the other, the maximum point of the upper fixed point is 100 degree Celsius. This is the boiling point of the water. Okay, the 100 degree Celsius is the boiling point of the water. Okay, and next scale is Fahrenheit scale. According to this scale, the temperature of an object is denoted by degree Fahrenheit. Okay. According to this scale, the temperature of an object is measured by degree Fahrenheit. Okay, denoted by degree Fahrenheit. Okay, the water freeze at the freezing point of the water is 32 degree Celsius. Okay, and boiling point of the water is 212 degree Celsius. Okay, according to Fahrenheit scale, the lowest fixed point is 32 degree Celsius. That is water freezing point. Okay, the upper fixed point is 21 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, this is Fahrenheit scale, so it denoted degree Fahrenheit. It is denoted degree Fahrenheit. Okay, and the water boiling point is 21 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, first Celsius scale. The Celsius scale, the fixed point is 0 degree Celsius. It is a water freezing point, and 100 degree Celsius is a water boiling point. That is a maximum upper fixed point. Okay, that is a upper fixed point. And next Fahrenheit scale, it is indicated by an object degree Fahrenheit. Okay, the freezing point of this scale is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of this scale is 21 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, it is a Fahrenheit scale, so it denoted degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Our body temperature is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, in Fahrenheit scale, our body temperature is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit, and the Celsius scale, our body temperature is 37 degree Celsius. Okay, our normal human body temperature is which is in Celsius scale, so it is 37 degree Celsius. In Fahrenheit scale, it is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, we clearly understood these two scales. One is Celsius scale and another one is Fahrenheit scale. Okay, the next scale is Kelvin scale. Okay, this Kelvin scale, the freezing point of this Kelvin scale is 273.5 15. So 273.15, the Kelvin scale, it is denoted by K. So it's Kelvin scale, so it is denoted by K. Okay, the boiling point of this Kelvin scale is 373.15. Okay, the boiling point of the water, is 373.15 and the freezing point of the water is 270. This is the water freeze point. Okay, so the freezing point of the water is 273 Kelvin. This is Kelvin scale, so we write 273 K. Okay, K means Kelvin, and boiling point of water is 373.15. The SI unit of temperature is also Kelvin. Okay, the SI unit of temperature is also Kelvin. What is the SI unit of temperature? It is Kelvin. Okay, so temperature is used to measure the degree of hotness and coldness of our body. Different units used for measuring temperature, one is Celsius and another one is Fahrenheit and another one is Kelvin. In Celsius scale, so it is according to this scale, the temperature of an object is denoted by degree Celsius. The boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius and the freezing point of the water is 0 degrees Celsius. And the body temperature, normal human body temperature, 37 degrees Celsius. It is invented by Anton Celsius, so it is called Celsius scale. Okay, and next Fahrenheit scale, it is denoted degree Fahrenheit. It is denoted degree Fahrenheit. The water freezing point is 32 degree Fahrenheit and the water boiling point is 2 degree Fahrenheit and body temperature is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. And next is Kelvin scale, so it is denoted K, Kelvin. Kelvin naala nama K denote pandrom, and freezing point of the water is 273.15 Kelvin and the boiling point of the water is 373.15 Kelvin. This is a upper fixed point and this is a lower fixed point. Okay, and the SI unit of temperature is also a Kelvin. The difference between these two marking is 180. Okay, 32. The difference between these two marking is 180. So 180 degree Fahrenheit. The difference between these two marking is 180. 212 lende 32 minus panna we 180 degree Fahrenheit. So the difference between two marking is 180. Okay. Next we see the conversion formula. The following formula shows that the relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. So C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9. Okay, this is the relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. This is the formula for relationship between degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Convert degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So Celsius, we can find out Celsius. So Celsius is that. So Celsius equal to that 5 is go there. So 5 into F minus 32 by 9. அப்போ டிகிரி செல்சியஸ் கணும்னா செல்சியஸ் மட்டும் இங்கே வச்சுட்டோம்னா இந்த 5 வந்து இங்கே போகிறோம். 5 into F minus 32 by 9. And then next is convert degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. So you want Fahrenheit scale. So F is there. So C into 9 by 5. C, that 9 is coming. So C into 9 by 5. The minus 32 comes this side is plus 32. So F is equal to C into 9 by 5 plus 32. This is the formula for conversion of Fahrenheit to degree Celsius and also the conversion of degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. Do one example. Convert 98.6 degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So convert the Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. We use this formula. C is equal to F into C is equal to 5 into F minus 32 by 9. So C is equal to 5 into F minus 32 by 9. Fahrenheit is equal to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, Fahrenheit is equal to 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So we convert degree Celsius. So C is that. So C is equal to 5 into F minus 32 by 9. If we put Fahrenheit is 98.6. So the F we write 98.6. Okay, 98.6 minus 32 by 9. It is equal to 98.6 minus 32. That's equal to 66.6 by 9 into 5. Cancel this. So the answer is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, we converted the Fahrenheit into degree Celsius. Okay, this is the answer for the sum 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, Do you clearly understand? Convert Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So use this formula. C is equal to 5 into F minus 32 by 9 and F is equal to 98.6. So F is equal to 98.6 and if 5 into 98.6 minus 32 by 9, so is equal to 66.6 by 9 into 5. The cancel this, the answer is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, we convert Fahrenheit scale into degree Celsius scale. Next we convert 40 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit scale. Appa use this formula. F is equal to C into 9 by 5 plus 32. What is C? C is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. So we put F is equal to 40 degrees Celsius, 40. So 9 by 5 plus 32, cancel is 8 5s are 40. So F is equal to 72 plus 32, that is equal to 104. Convert which into degree Celsius to Fahrenheit. 104 Fahrenheit. Okay, this is the answer for this sum. Convert 40 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. F is equal to C into 9 by 5 plus 32. C is equal to 40 degrees Celsius. So put 40 and 40 into 9 by 5, cancel this, 72 and plus 32, that is equal to 104 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, this is the answer for this sum. Okay, this is the conversion formula. Next see the measurement of temperature. The thermometer is an instrument used to measure the temperature. This is a thermometer. Thermometer is an instrument used to measure thermometer. Thermometer, it has a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It is a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. The bulb at one end which is filled with mercury. Okay, the bulb at one end which is filled with mercury. Mercury is a shining mercury, small and shining. So it is visible. So it is visible outside. So it is visible outside the bulb. So it is a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. Bulb at it has a bulb at one end which is filled with mercury. It has a bulb at one end which is filled with mercury. It is small and shining mercury thread is visible. So mercury is shining. So it is visible outside the bulb. So it is visible outside the bulb because mercury is shining. Okay. And the basis type of liquid is filled in them is one is mercury and another one is alcohol. Okay, one is mercury and another one is alcohol. Let us see, they are named so because of the liquid used in the bulb of the thermometer. One is mercury thermometer. So mercury is filled in the thermometer, it is called mercury thermometer, and alcohol is filled in the thermometer which is called alcohol thermometer. Okay, let us see the advantage of the mercury thermometer. Mercury is a good conductor of heat. Mercury is a good conductor of heat. It does not stick to the surface of the tube. It does not stick to the tube ku velila edavadhu varade. It does not stick to the surface of the tube. It is also shining and color. It is also shiny and color, so it is easily visible. Okay, it has a uniform expansion. The mercury is expand uniformly. Okay, why we use mercury thermometer? Mercury is a good conductor of heat and it has a uniform expansion and it does not stick of the surface of the tube, and it is also the shining, so it is visible. So it is visible. Next we see what are the disadvantages of the mercury thermometer. The mercury thermometer, it has a freezing point minus 39 degrees Celsius. It has a freezing point minus 39 degrees Celsius. So therefore it cannot be used low temperature. Below 39 degrees Celsius it cannot be measured. It has a freezing point minus 39 degrees Celsius. Therefore it cannot be used low temperature, that is below 39 degrees Celsius. The mercury thermometer does not measure, and it is also very poisonous and it is a very expensive. These are the disadvantage of the mercury thermometer. What are the liquid filled in the thermometer? One is mercury, so it is called mercury thermometer, and another liquid is filled in alcohol, so it is called alcohol thermometer. first we see the mercury thermometer, what are the advantage and disadvantage of the mercury thermometer. Mercury and alcohol are the thermometric liquid. These are thermometric liquids. These are the liquids filled in the thermometer. So it is called, mercury is a liquid you filled in the thermometer is called mercury thermometer, and alcohol is the liquid used in the thermometer is called alcohol thermometer. Next we see, let us see alcohol thermometer. It is cheaper and easily available. Alcohol thermometer, alcohol is very cheaper and it is also easily available. It has alcohol thermometer, it has low freezing point -115 degrees Celsius. So it can be used to measure very low temperature. The freezing point of the alcohol thermometer is -115 degrees Celsius. So it can be used to measure very low temperature also. Okay, this is the advantage of the mercury thermometer. Next we see disadvantage of the mercury thermometer. The boiling point of the alcohol thermometer is 78 degrees Celsius. The boiling point of the alcohol thermometer is 78 degrees Celsius. It cannot be, so the maximum boiling point is 78 degree only. So it cannot be used to measure high temperature. Okay, it does not quickly to changes in temperature. It does not quickly changes in temperature. It is colorless. So alcohol is colorless because it is the water is colorless, and also the alcohol is also colorless. It needs to be dyed before being used to thermometer liquid, because we measure the temperature. The mercury is a metal. It is colorless. It needs to be dyed before being used as a thermometer. யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி கண்டிப்பா நம்ம அதுக்கு ஒரு கலர் கொடுத்தா தான் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும், because alcohol is colorless. These are the disadvantage of the alcohol thermometer. What are the advantage? It is cheaper and also it is easily available. It has a low freezing point, so it can be used to measure a very low temperature. And the disadvantage of the alcohol thermometer is low boiling point, that is 78 degrees Celsius. So it cannot be used to measure high temperature. It does not quickly changes in temperature. It is colorless. So it is need to be dyed in being used as thermometer யூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி கண்டிப்பா அது கலர் இது பண்ணா தான் நம்ம டெம்பரேச்சரை மெஷர் பண்ண முடியும், because it is need வாட்டர் மாதிரி இதுவும் ஒரு கலர்லெஸ் லிக்விட், கலர்லெஸ் ஆல்கஹாலும். அதனால நம்ம வந்து டெம்பரேச்சர் வந்து ஈஸியாக மெஷர் பண்ண முடியாது. ஏதாவது ஒரு கலர், மெர்க்குரிக்கு வந்து இப்போ ஒரு கலர் ஷைனிங் அண்ட் கலர் இருக்கனால தான் நம்ம டெம்பரேச்சரை மெஷர் பண்ண முடியுது. These are the advantage and disadvantage of the alcohol thermometer. Okay students, and today's topic, I hope you all must have understood today's topic, and thank you students.